and grab my other glasses.
Okay. Now, hopefully the recording is going to the cloud. I'm not sure, but we'll see. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll see. Whatever happens, happens. The main thing is that we're here in person, and yeah, we're gonna get started. I think, yeah. Yay, 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 Wendy. Awesome.
Look what we have here.
Oh, what a sweetie.
Yes, she
Hello,
is.
sweetie.
And she is totally black. She is the one who's lost the teeth.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So she's here all blue.
She looks good for losing all her teeth.
Oh, she has been, not all, but a lot of them. 15.
Okay.
She has still 9s and a few in the back.
Okay. Oh, got hair
the
stuck
front
in my
and in between, there's gone.
Okay. Hi, sweetie. Well,
her name is Pipsqueak.
What's her name?
Pipsqueak.
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 Hello, sweetie.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Okay, we have 9 people that have joined us. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for being here. And welcome, welcome to the Angel Blessing Circle. I know these times are so uncertain right now, and this circle here is to bring everybody together and to share, you know, our collective consciousness, and to share whatever we need to share, because all of us are going through this together, and all of us are having, you know, issues to deal with, whether they be family issues, whether they be relationship issues, career issues, whatever that is, and we all need to come together in this time of crisis, basically. And the angels have brought us all together, gave us nudges to join today, and we're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. And we're going to start off. I'm going to introduce to you the healers that we have right now that are coming here to offer their services to you. We're going to be doing some readings and some healings, whatever comes up, we're going to be doing that. And in the circle, once we introduce the healers, I'm going to just basically open it up. If anybody wants to introduce themselves, they're welcome to say who you are and where you're from. Just let me know and I can unmute you, because I'm not sure if you can actually unmute yourself or not. And yeah, awesome, awesome. This is so cool. Every time I hear a ding, it sounds, yay, another person's here. So awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's start off. I'm Maureen Bandas. I'm from Angel Spiritual Connections. I'm an intuitive, psychic energy healer, and I provide a lot of services, distance services, and I have all my stuff listed on my website, so I'm not going to go over that. But I just want to let you know that even though we're at home, we can still do services with healers and readers. The energy is no different, you sitting in front of me or you being in your home. It's that divine energy that we're tapping into, and it's creator, or that divine energy that's healing or giving us the messages. So we're basically the facilitators, and we can do that anywhere in the world. So don't think that we have to be in person to do sessions, because we don't have to be in person. The energy is intelligent enough to tap into our session and to give us guidance, and that's what it's all about. So just know that there's healers out there that can offer their services, and it really can help you during this time of uncertainty, because we really need to tap into our faith. That's all we have right now, is our faith, and that's what people are forgetting. They're forgetting that they have a spiritual side. I know we have all of this happening to us. I know there's a lot going on. A lot of us are in shock. We've panicked. We've seen it. We've seen panic shopping. We've seen people go crazy over toilet paper. And who would ever thought of that? But they have. And we've seen people that are very angry, upset from losing their jobs, losing their businesses, losing absolutely everything that they're so attached to. And then people are going into depression, sadness, and when we hit rock bottom, the only way is up. And then we come to a place of acceptance, and we start going into that survival mode or that acceptance, and we start realizing that new reality, and we start shifting things within our own life to meet with that new reality, because the life has changed. It's not going to be the same. Once this self-isolation is done, our life is going to be different. We're definitely going to be different for some time. And the more that we can get connected to that higher power or our angels and our guides, the better it's going to be for us to get connected to that and get guidance. So yeah, so just know that everybody's in this together. I know we hear that all the time, but truly we're forgetting about our angels. We're forgetting about Creator, about our faith, and about, that higher power that can help each and every one of us. And that's why the circle is here today, is to remind you that you're not alone. Reach out. We're here to help you. I've talked to so many people. They've messaged me. They've sent me messages, and I reached out to them, and I've helped them the best that I can. And I've got them connected with their angels and their guides, and all of that helps. And we can definitely reach out to one another. And if any time now, this is the time that we need to reach out to each other. We need to have that collective consciousness. We need to have that time that we know that we're not alone. And that's what the angels keep telling me. We're not alone. We're not alone. And the way it works, we have to ask for help. And I know some of us have a hard time asking for help because it's a sign of weakness. That's how we were brought up. But it's not that way at all. By asking for help, it's the greatest gift you can give yourself. It's the greatest gift you can give to the angels, by reaching out and asking for that help. Okay? So, I'll talk more. I could talk for a long time. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to introduce to you the two healers that are here. I'm just going to pass it over to Helga. And I just want you to introduce yourself, Helga, and tell us a bit about you, and just share with our viewers what you have to offer.
Hi, I'm Helga Gray, Helga's Psychic Healing and Reading. I do readings. I also am a certified life skills coach. I am also a Reiki master, and I also took two classes of the Quantum Touch. Energy works for me like for everyone else. We put the intent out and we get our answers back. And I'm not as good with talking as you are, Maureen, so you get to pass it on to the next.
You're awesome, sweetie. Thank you so much for volunteering to be here. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Helga. And Helga is actually based in Moose Jaw. So when we're able to travel again, it'll be an awesome place to go see her. Okay, so I'm going to transfer it over now to Laura McKenzie. Welcome, Laura. Welcome to the Healing Circle.
Hello. You'll have to excuse me. I just get a little bit nervous when I'm doing these things, but my name is Laura McDonald, and I'm an intuitive reader. I read angel cards and pendulum and things like that. And I've just been always very in tune with the psychic realms, like from a very young child. So yeah, I get visions, I get insights. It comes to me in many different ways, like just a whole host of different ways it can come to me. And I'm just kind of new, I'm kind of getting into this. So yeah, I'm learning about how to take my business online and how to gain clients and things like that. And just moving through the world like everybody else is right now, just trying to use our intuitions the best that we can, and just to hear the voice of God's reassurance through everything that we're experiencing right now in life. And yeah, that basically I think sums it up. You can find me on Facebook at Laura's Angelic Counseling. And you can email me or PM me. And yeah, I offer a variety of different things. I'm getting into astrology now. I've been teaching myself a lot of different things about astrology and numerology. And with a lot of these things, just at the moment, it's self-taught. Like I do a lot of research on numerous of many different like metaphysical and spiritual subjects, and I'm open to all different religions and every type of spiritual experience basically that's out there. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so we have some beautiful, beautiful healers there. And thank you, Helga and Laura, for joining me. And yeah, they have so much to offer. And yeah, Barb's having problems getting in. So 11:11 she posted. So that's so cool. I hope she can get in. I'm just going to give her a quick message here. Sorry about that, guys. Just trying to get another healer to come on here. Okay. So hopefully she can get in. Okay, so we are going to start off. Thank you, everybody. Is anybody want to introduce themselves? I know we have quite a few people here. Anybody want have any opening comments or anything? Because we're all in this together. We're all together. We're all in a circle. And I'm going to do a quick meditation. If you want to have a couple comments, you can do it now or you can do it after the meditation, whatever feels good for you guys. We're just going to go along. Amanda?
Yeah, hi. I am so happy you are offering this today. There's so many other options for us to gather during these times, and I know I had mentioned to you in my message the other day that I've been having kind of a rough week. Normally I'm pretty in tune with everything that's around me, but I've felt a lot of garbage energy around me this week, so I'm really having trouble focusing and balancing and that sort of thing. So I'm really glad that we can be here today for this.
Awesome, awesome. You just gave me goosebumps. Thank you so much. That's exactly what the angels want us to do, is that you're not alone. We're here to help. We're here to guide. And, you know, they really, their presence is so amazing. Whenever we have worry, the only thing that we're hurting is ourselves. And I think most of you know that around here. Most of you are intuitives and you all have gifts around this circle. And what I want to do, anybody else have any other comments? Thank you, Amanda, for sharing. I appreciate that because you're not alone. Everybody is feeling that. We're having a tough 3 weeks. That's for darn sure. We're creating a new reality and we're all don't know how to do this. We're not programmed for it. But yet we are. It's just that we're not caught up to our future self yet. We're still at our present moment right now, and our future self knows everything about where we need to go. And it's amazing when we can tap into that future self, what we can find out. And yeah, so why don't we do that? I don't see any hands up. So why don't we start with that connection? Okay. This is just Barb trying to get in again. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to send her the meeting number. Okay. Laura, could you send Barb Didi the meeting number for the Zoom link, if you're able to? I'm just going to start. I want to start with, I can't find it on my phone right now. If you can do that, that would be great. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the healing connection and getting us all connected to that future self, because when we're connected to that future self, we are much more calmer and we're much more in in acceptance, because that's that final stage that most of us are at right now after this 3 weeks of isolation. We're kind of at that acceptance stage now. I'd mentioned earlier the 5 different stages of what we went through when this all started. And everybody around here right now that's been called to this session is at that acceptance stage. So in order for us to really truly step into that stage, we need to get connected to our future self. And the angels are telling me that that's what we need to do with this circle, is to get us into that future self so that we're able to better process all of this information that's coming to us, so all of this drama and trauma and everything that we've been dealing with, and all the weight on our shoulders, not only our own fears and worries and that, it's also our families as well. So let's get grounded, get your feet on the floor if you can. If you don't, that's fine. Just whatever you feel that you're connected to Mother Earth. So some people like to touch the floor. Some people just like to imagine it in their mind that they're actually connecting to the Mother Earth. I visualize a huge universe in front of me. When I get grounded, I visualize that universe and that Mother Earth, and I just kind of put my hands around her. It's as if I'm holding her, and I imagine the energy. So just take a moment to just imagine yourself being connected to Mother Earth. And just take a couple deep breaths just to relax the mind, relax your energy, relax the body. Breath is so amazing. It just lets us get so connected to our inner being. And now what I want you to do is to close your eyes. You can keep them open if you feel better. It's whatever feels good for you. And I want you just to imagine this huge, beautiful light, angelic energy, divine energy surrounding your whole wonderful, beautiful heart. And I want you to thank your heart. I want you to say thank you for all that you've given me. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for being a part of me. It's so wonderful to give our body attention and to recognize the hard work that it does to keep us alive, especially our heart, because our heart is our centerpiece. Our heart is where we store our emotions. Our heart is actually where our soul resides. Now just thank your heart. And now I want you to expand that white ball or that white energy around your heart. Just imagine it. If you don't see it, just feel it or sense it, or just know that there's that great divine white light around your heart. And I just want you just to surround that beautiful light all around your entire body, just as if you're in a bubble. Body. And from this state, I want you to say in your mind, I'm open to receive my greatness. I'm open to receive guidance from my higher self, from the angels, and from the divine energy. And just allow for that energy to surround you. And just feel the love around you. And now I want you to expand that energy around all the people that are in this circle right now. Just allow for the energy to surround, connect to everybody that's connected with us right now in this circle, and send them lots of love. All you have to say is love and light, love and light, love and light, and just feel that connection with everyone, or sense and know that you're connected. And now I want you to expand even more and give them lots of love and light. Your neighbors need lots of love and light, the angelic love and light from the angels, from the divine, just to lessen their worries, to give them that hope. We are that powerful. We can give others that hope, and we can share that energy with them. That's the gift that we're giving to the universe today on the most powerful spiritual day of the year, 444. Now imagine expanding out into the universe, out into the world, and just sending out love and light to the whole entire universe, to the animals, plants, to other people. Just expand and just send out that love and light, that divine energy, that angelic love. That's what's going to help heal the world. It's going to help people get into that place of acceptance, get into that place of knowing that they're going to be okay and that everything is going to fall into place the way it should. Just send that love and light, love and light, love and light. Now expand up into the universe, up into the clouds. Just keep pushing, expanding out into the universe, past the stars. And we're going to go into Creator's energy. And we're going to ask Creator to bring loving gifts of whatever is required for us to see our future selves, to know that our future selves is taking care of us, to know that we're on the right path, and to know that we're going to be protected and supported and taken care of as we go along our path. I'd ask Creator to bring healing energy to all of our families, to everybody around the planet. And ask Creator to give us the strength and the power and the knowledge of what we need to do to move forward in life, and that we're all taken care of. And I'm also going to ask Creator to bring back all of our soul fragments, because whenever we go through trauma, our soul just shatters, it fragments in all different pieces. So I'm going to ask Creator to bring all those soul fragments all back into one, so you don't feel that you're in 100 different pieces. So I'm just going to ask Creator to bring your soul back into one. And I'm going to thank Creator for this awesome opportunity to bring all these healers together in this one circle, the angel blessing circle. Thank you, Creator, for creating this wonderful time to give us the technology that we're able to connect and be one, a collective consciousness of one. Thank you, Creator, for this. Thank you so much, angels. Now we're going to bring your energy back down through the stars, back down through the clouds. Now back down into your neighborhood, back into your room, back into your body, and back into your heart space. Anytime you want to get connected to that energy of Mother Earth and Creator, all you need to do is go to your heart space, and that energy will be there for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So when you're ready, you can open up your eyes and join us back through the circle. Awesome, awesome. Does anybody want to share their experience? I know I could feel you guys expand when we were going out. I could just feel the energy going. And I also could feel us all come back into this circle. And we're so powerful. We all have that ability to use our imagination, to use that to connect to that something bigger than ourselves. And it really helps us with our stress and our anxieties and our fears. So I really like to expand. It's like that I was using when we did the expansion. So I really love doing that. Anybody have any comments or share anything? Okay. Awesome. If you have, sometimes people as healers, sometimes we see colors when we do expansion. Sometimes we feel different things, but you know, everybody experiences it differently. So I have somebody's chatting here. Oh, yes. Hi, Lisa. I felt a huge expansion of my energy. I felt a buzz feeling and loved it. Thank you. That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, and a lot of us are feelers, a lot of us are empathic around this circle, and we feel the energy. And sometimes people don't understand that, but that's okay, because we know who we are and we know that we have these gifts and we all have the ability to connect to that higher power. Okay, so anybody have any questions? I'm going to get started. And remember, we're here for you guys. We can help you with those questions if you have any. We can pull cards. I'm using the Angel Answer deck today. And I'm just going to ask for a card for what do we need to get us started here. I have Laura and I have Helga here to help bring messages to you all. I'm just going to untap them. And do you have anything to add, Helga and Laura? Do you want to share your experience?
I kept getting something for Elisa before we even started.
Okay, do you have something for Lisa?
I don't know if it is for that Lisa, but for some reason I kept getting Lisa, and there is a new relationship coming into her life. And I feel like it starts as a friend. It is a friendship on a friendship basis. So I don't know what to do with that because usually I know who I'm getting it for. So just want to put that out there.
Do you have anything to add, Lisa?
That would make sense.
I'll unmute you, Lisa.
So don't give up. Don't give up. There is something coming her way. There's something coming your way in form of relationship.
Okay, because I've never had good luck with relationships. I've always chosen a more aggressive man. And I was in a marriage for over 17 years. We have 3 children together. He's passed away in 2017. I had a son that passed away, so I always feel like
but this is coming into your life different than normal. It's not even that you're looking for it actively. Just let it in when it is that far. And if you should see red flags, please, then run. Okay?
I do. I'm a runner. That's the problem. I run as soon as I see a red flag.
Well, question. Sometimes we need to question.
Mm-hmm. Well, it'll be interesting because in this seclusion that we're in, you don't really meet people.
Also, your loved ones coming to you in dreams?
No, he hasn't for a long time. But so I have
He's going.
I have a
He's
question.
going to Lisa.
Well, they have, but sometimes we don't remember.
Okay. Like I know my son has come to me in dreams. He actually
He's actually cried a lot with you.
I hear him, I've heard him more than like he was basically when he passed, he basically like he spoke to me. I had questions and he answered me, and it was like he was right there in the room. So I've been able to hear him more than to see him. I've had a couple of dreams that I've remembered. Yeah,
that is your sign that you are connecting.
But
and he is saying,
like he's moving
never
away.
Alone.
Yeah, he's moving away. Like I don't hear him like I used to. And I had a message from a psychic friend that he was reincarnating. And so I don't know if that's why I'm not sensing him and hearing him the way I used to. I don't know. I don't know if that's truth, but that was a message I had received. I didn't
Lisa,
feel
Lisa, they switch. Like sometimes if they know that you're handling things fine, the energy will shift for them, and they'll actually. It's not that they have left your side. They just know that you're doing fine. So sometimes you might feel them really close at the beginning, and then there might be a distance. That's because they know that you're handling it better. So they got other things to do. Not that they don't love you, but they have a lot of work that they're doing on the other side. So just know that he's still with you and you still can get those messages.
Yeah.
Somebody had a question. Thank you, Helga. Someone was saying question. Was that you, Kim?
No.
Okay. Someone had a question there. I don't know who. Anybody else? Do you have anything else to add, Helga?
I did draw another card for her, and they're saying, talk to us, we're still listening.
Thank you.
Awesome. Cool.
They're not
That's
gone
exactly what
anywhere,
the
even if we
angels
don't
told me.
feel them that good, that much. They're still there.
Thank you, Helga.
You're welcome.
Awesome, awesome. That's so cool. I just love that. A lot of times you get something and then the next thing the card tells you exactly what we just said. So that's so cool. I love it. I love the cards. Thank you, Helga. Laura, are you getting something with somebody on, I'm getting something with you too.
Yeah.
You have a message for somebody?
Just to Lisa, I was gonna also mention, I'm getting, don't underestimate yourself. Like I'm getting like that you're questioning in your mind too many things when you need to just maybe quieten it down a little bit, and then you'll hear the voices better. Because I feel like you've lost touch, like you're not getting the voices or the insights like you maybe should be. And I think that's just because the energies are just so heavy and so intense right now that it's just kind of, I think honestly, like it had been kind of weighing things down. Like we're finally starting to get some relief. Like the 1st of April already, I started getting this huge relief in the shifting of energies, because honestly, the energies have been so intense.
Yeah, they're heavy. You can cut them with a knife.
Yeah. And like there's a lot of things competing for our mind's attention right now also is another thing, which makes it a little bit more challenging, which is why we could be more prone to questioning ourselves and maybe what we are in touch with right now. So I'm sensing that. But yeah, I'm feeling like come the summertime, there's going to be people that you're going to be getting in touch with. That are going to really brighten up your whole like atmosphere and your whole life. It has to do with it could be a friendship, it's partnerships of some sort, but some sort of friendships will prove very helpful, especially more towards the summer, I'm seeing.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and I got the wait card for you, Lisa. So just know that be patient and it's going to happen. And these two ladies are telling you a lot of information.
Yeah.
And it's going to be different because you're going to be looking at somebody that's going to be, everybody's shifting and everybody's their values are changing. So we're not going to be meeting the same kind of people that we met in the past. Right. People are going to be more authentic. People are going to be more in tune with who they truly are. So I think it's a really good opportunity if we're looking for relationships. And as they show up for us, I think it's a really good time for us to be meeting some pretty amazing souls. So just know you need to put it out there. You need to write down who you want to meet. What do they look like? What kind of job do you want them to have? Like write it all down, because that's how the energy works. You have to attract that energy, but you have to tell the universe what you want, because the universe is like a genie. But if we don't tell the universe what we want, how the heck are they going to, how does the universe know what to send us? So so write it down. I want somebody that has dark hair. I want somebody, or I desire, not want. I desire someone with dark hair. I desire somebody that has a full-time job. I desire somebody that has a red car. Whatever it is, you write that down, and you put it under your pillow if you want. When the full moon comes out, put it under your pillow. That's how manifestation works, and you'll be amazed at how that person is going to show up for you. We can't say how it's going to show up. We definitely can ask for that. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so I am going to bring in Barb Deedy. She finally got in. She's the other healer that's going to help us with readings today. And Barb, can you just tell us who you are and what you do and how people can connect to you?
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi, I finally got in. I had a lot of trouble getting in today. I don't know why, because I do Zoom calls every day. I just could not get in. I had to get the number again from Maureen, and for some reason I had it not correct. But anyways, I'm in, and thank God I'm in. Welcome. I'm pleased to see all of you ladies. I haven't met all you ladies yet, but As Maureen explained, I do angel card readings. I've been doing it for a few years now. I struggle at times with doing it because I'm always wondering if I'm doing it to the best of my sort of ability. And Maureen always perks me up and gives me that talk. But I've been doing readings at home or at craft sales or a number of different places. I'm a retired psychiatric nurse, and right now I'm involved in a lot of volunteer activities also. I think that's it, Maureen, unless you want to say something more. I don't know.
And what's the name of your business?
Creations by the Purple Lady.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, thank you, Barb. What we're doing right now is we did a meditation to help us get connected to our energies as a circle. And now we're just asking if anybody has questions. We're asking for questions. You can pull a card if somebody's guided. If you're getting a nudge to pull a card for somebody, I want you to pull the card and we can start talking about it. And Laura and Helga and I have just been sharing them as we're getting them. So if there's anybody that you, Kim? So Beverly's saying, I don't have any one question. I have a lot of chaos going on. Wonder if there are any messages that might help. Okay, so this is for Becky. If anybody's getting anything for Becky, she just wants to know if there's any messages from the angels that we need to let her know. I'm just going to draw a quick card for you, Becky. And thank you for the question. And you know, whenever somebody mentions something, it's on other people's mind as well. So the question, even though you have it, other people are thinking the same thing, because that's how the circles work. We have this collective energy going on right now, and we all have that. So look for a sign. So you are getting messages, Becky. It's just recognizing what those are. I know it seems chaotic right now, but we really need time. You need time to get back to your meditations. You need time to get back to that grounding with Mother. You need to make that time for yourself, because you're depleting your energy by being all over the place and trying to be everything for everybody. You're actually depleting your energy, and you're depleting your immune system. That's not good right now. And I know there's so many demands on you. I know you're getting pulled in 100 different directions. I see little kids, I don't know why, but I see little ones kind of hitting and kind of grabbing you and kind of taking you, like, I don't know if they're getting bored or something and they need you to help them. But let their imagination, this is a great time to get kids' imagination to start working. Get them to start figuring out things. Ask them questions. When they're coming to you, say, Mom, I'm bored. And say, well, how can you do that? What can you change? What can you do to change that? Start asking them questions. Start getting their mind working, because they know their answers. Just like all of us, we have the answers inside of us. So do our kids. Does that resonate with you, Becky? I'll just unmute you here. Does that help, sweetie?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, yes, yes, it does. It actually makes a lot of sense. My kids are not little. They're older with big kid problems, but it always seems somebody needs something all the time. So when one thing settles down in one of their lives, then it's like within, you can almost guarantee you have a day of peace, and the next day somebody else has a issue, you know?
Yeah, I see them as little kids. They're little kids. Their energy right now is like little kids. That's how they're acting, and they want all of your attention. It's like they went back to being babies, and that's what I seen in your energies. Anybody else want to add anything else?
I kept getting manage your resources wisely. So that usually gives me the thing that sometimes we have to say no, or say, think about doing this, and let them do themselves at times instead of always jumping in and helping out.
I also, it's Barb. I'm getting a message, Becky, that you need to ground yourself. I'm experiencing some of the similar things as Maureen knows right now, because I have an adult daughter and a grandson that's moved here from China and is here, you know, we don't know how long. But I'm getting it really clear that you need to ground yourself and become more aware of your body and sort of the physical world around yourself. And you need to balance your spiritual and your material life so that you can get through this time right now. So, you know, if you could go outside and walk on the earth, on the dirt, I think that would be really fantastic for you right now.
Thank you. That's great.
I have a question for folks, if I can, Maureen.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I lost a very precious ring a few years ago from a great aunt, and the last week or so I've been having basically visions of this ring. This ring is really important to me, but it's been for about 5 or 6 days. This ring is, actually I dreamt about it again last night, so it's pretty, you know, pretty freaky right now. And I seem to think this ring is someplace, but I just can't, I don't know what, and it's almost as if it's calling to me. I wonder if anybody gets a message at all. It's an amethyst ring. It has 3 stones on it, and of course it's quite old.
So did you said you lost the ring?
I lost it. I don't know where I lost it.
Okay. So what I got when you're talking about that, it's like she's just telling you, because she's showing you the ring, that she's still with you. She's going to help you. Amethyst is a higher intuition stone. So she's going to help you with your intuitive gifts. She's going to help you with creating that online business that you're working on. So I would be calling upon her. And that's why she's coming up in your dreams right now, to call upon her to help you with moving forward with your business. That's what I'm getting.
But nothing about finding the ring.
I feel like the ring is gone.
I feel she'll find it eventually. It's showing me the one I had, and I did find it again, but it took years for it to appear again.
It's in a dark place with material.
With material.
That's what I see, is dark and a material is around it. So it could be clothing. Like, would it have set it in a drawer somewhere and fell in a drawer? It's with material.
Okay. I'm cleaning, so I don't know is why I've been cleaning. Going through stuff.
Through that.
You can ask her to show you where it is, but I feel that she could guide you for that for sure. But it feels like, I don't know if you lost it outside somewhere. Maybe that's the darkness that Cindy's seeing. But it's like, did you wear it a lot?
Yeah, I did. Actually, she had, when she gave it to me, it was for my oldest daughter, and I gave it to my oldest daughter, but she's the one that travels all over the world teaching. So she said, no, you keep it, Mom. And of course I loved it. It's amethyst. So I was wearing it, but I'm sure I lost it in the house someplace.
Okay.
I think you will find it eventually again, but here is a little bit of thing. I had one I had lost. It wasn't an amethyst. Mine was an aventurine. No, not aventurine.
It's okay. Okay, so let's send some collective energy to Barb so she can find that ring. Back. Let's all send it to her. There we go. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have another question. That's awesome. It can be found, and good luck with that. We're going to send you positive energy, Barb, that you can find it. And Cindy, she said cloth material, so hopefully it's somewhere close by for you. Good luck in finding it. So Carol's asking, you're welcome. Carol's asking, I would love a reading. I had a dream about this virus in early January, and I saw the bat. I am spiritually grounded and use a medicine wheel. This helped me cope with all of this, as I was told we must prepare, and I have been. I want to share my knowledge, and my vision board is ready to be a reality. It's connected to my spirit name as I see future events. I have been aware I need to have a bigger network of healers as I go into the future. Life is about to change. Thank you, Carol. So she would love a reading. She indicates that she had a vision about the virus in January, and just asking for how she can move forward with her vision board and getting connected to her spirit and future events. So basically to expand her intuitive gifts. Carol, that's Carol Crow. Thank you, Carol, for the question. I feel that, go ahead.
Is Carol writing things down as she perceives them? If not, she should. She is an indigo. So Carol, have you written a book yet? Are you writing a book about your journey?
I'm just going to unmute Carol here.
Carol, are you writing a book?
I'm just going to unmute her. Hang on. Okay, go ahead, Carol.
I've been wanting to. I have probably 30 journals of writings in them. And my mom always said that.
You need to go through it and collect some material and put it together as a book.
Wow.
There is something who has writings attached, because I got this card here. Writing a book, and as I hold the card, it kept giving me writing a book. So you have certain things which you need to write down and where people can learn from.
And I'm getting
that's where I'm comfortable too.
I'm getting the success card, Carol. So what Helga's telling you is that you need to have that confidence in yourself, that your writings are miracles, and the world needs to hear about your miracles, because having that vision of this event that happened to everybody, it's not a curse. It's the universe, your angels and your guides warning you or guiding you, preparing you for that information, for that. So your journals are amazing, and they're going to actually bring so much awareness to so many people. I think Laura had something she wanted to add too.
I'm getting self-fulfilling prophecies. Like you're one of the things that you worry about in your mind, if maybe you're kind of creating some things that happen. Is that something you think about or worry about, that creating self-fulfilling prophecies?
I don't worry. I really give that to the creator, because to me that's just too ego. I really haven't had that many dreams in my life. I had 9/11 and I wrote that down. I dreamt it in way before it happened, details. I think it's just that these are the events in the world. I hope to dream in the future of good things that are going to happen, but I also feel like when I have these dreams, it's to prepare. And that's what I've really been doing. I've really been focusing on those traditional medicines, sticking to, because I do training with Mother Earth. I've trained over 300 and almost 400 Indigenous environmental monitors across the country. So I'm very focused on Mother Earth.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, there's a very, very wise energy to you. And I don't know why I keep getting it, and I don't know if it's an animal messenger of yours, but I see this spider. And it's kind of in a spider web. Like you're a part of the greater web of life, like the invisible web of life. And you're making good progress in it, obviously. It feels like, yeah. You're
Thank you for that.
You're a part of that.
Because I've had spiders fall on me a lot and I don't kill them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
in the weirdest times.
Do you have dream catchers around your house too at all?
Yes.
Okay, because I was seeing in my mind dream catchers also too, along with the spider. and like you kind of connecting the dots and like, and really thinking about that lately about the web of life.
There's one right there.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Awesome.
Thank
She's
you.
also a healer.
Yes, definitely. She's got some very awesome gifts, Carol.
Thank
She's,
you.
like I said, an indigo is a healer. A healer does healings in many different ways.
Barb, do you
Why are
have
my
some?
palms, sorry, what, my palms are sweating, which is so weird.
That's healers. That's
Healer.
the healer energy. Yeah.
Is it?
And they get really hot too. My mind, sometimes I gotta put them on. Can't handle this anymore. I need to put my hands on a human because it gets really, really hot. It's just the energy coming through us, and that's definitely a healer. Do you want to add something, Barb?
Well, the card that I got up is this. Oh, it's, we can't see it. It's the giving and receiving card. And so obviously, we've been talking here and hearing, Carol, you have so much to give, and I'm seeing that you need to release more of this than what you're doing. Some of this you're keeping to yourself, and you need to give more of it, outward. But at the same time, you need to receive more. And what I'm seeing is that you need to do some really good breathing exercise, like inhaling and exhaling, to in order to do this giving and receiving. But it's, what I see is that you have a fantastic future, with your skills, and I see somebody in the background that is helping you, that is passed on. Do you talk to somebody on a regular basis?
I have like a what I call my 5 a.m. masterclass, and it's with me and the creator and my ancestors.
Okay.
I do it every morning.
Yeah, I see this one individual, like really close around you, like really, really close, and watching you like almost 24/7. So I don't know who that would be. I can't pick that out, right now, but it's somebody that's really with you. From the
My
time
mom
you get
and
up
my
in the morning.
dad.
Okay, from the time you get up in the morning until you go to bed, this individual's with you and is watching over you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was getting more your grandfather, Carol,
Oh, I
as
was
you were
just gonna
talking.
say that. Yeah.
Your grandfather's definitely there guiding you, giving you those tools, the traditional tools that he had. He's guiding
my
that for you, and
gosh.
he's giving that to you right now.
Do you know what's so strange? Well, not strange. It's not strange at all. Is I've been learning a little bit about my grandfather on my mom's side, because he was a tea leaf reader. He used to deliver coffee and tea in Montreal with a horse and carriage.
Yes.
And I was downloading books because I was gifted this cold reader, and I found this 1881 book on tea leaf reading, and I'm like, whoa, this is just so, wow. Maybe
That's
to my
awesome.
grandfather. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's awesome. Yeah, so he wants you to follow his steps. You have so many gifts, and if tea reading resonates with you, start with that. My grandmother on my dad's side did the tea leaf readings, and I believe that's how I got into angel card readings, was from her gifts. She passed them on to me, and I love it. So yeah, he's with you and he's guiding you, and he's going to expand your gifts more, because that's the question that you had. So thank you everybody for contributing to Carol. We do have a couple more people. God bless you. Thank you so much, everybody. This is so amazing. I just got goosebumps. This is, I could do this for all day. We have a couple questions and we're getting close to noon. So, but I do want to make sure and cover everybody's questions. So we're going to have to kind of, I know we might go over the 12 o'clock, but that's okay. But we're here to support everybody. So Nicole has the question. I would love a reading as well as to what is next for me and how I can better connect with my intuitive nature to receive the guidance and messages. So thank you, Nicole, for that question. So Nicole is asking, how can she get better connected to her intuitive gifts? So just to know, Nicole, we all have those gifts inside of us. And I think right now in times of crisis and times of despair, that's when we really need to expand on those gifts and really let those gifts really help and guide us. The card that I pulled for you was abundance. So know that you are a very gifted healer as well, and that you do have gifts to share with others. I see you doing more like card readings or that kind of spiritual readings, because you get knowings. Things just get dumped into your head, and you know stuff about people. You've always had that your whole entire life. And yeah, so I'll let anybody else of the healers that want to jump in. I just started it. Anybody else want to jump in for
She's
Nicole?
trying too hard. She's trying too hard. And I remember doing that too. So I do get it. A lot of the things where we think that who comes to our mind, where we think that has nothing to do with the person I'm reading for, is actually valid. So stop judging yourself and just saying what comes natural to you.
Awesome. Barb?
Oh, again, I agree with you, Maureen. She's an angel card reader. And that's where I think you're going to really flourish. And I think to do tiny steps, you know, so in your neighborhood, I'm not sure where you're from, if you're, you know, what city you're from, but in your neighborhood, if you can get connected even to, you know, some craft shows and set up a table to do angel card reading, people love it. They absolutely love it. They love it as much as my baking that I have at craft sales, but they love to have an angel card reading, and then they can get it at a little bit cheaper price at you know, at a craft sale. And I found that really helped me, is I just gained some guidance. And I also agree with the previous speaker. I too thought my thoughts in my mind weren't important, what was coming in. I really thought, no, those are my thoughts. Those aren't the angel card thoughts. And I had to learn to really, you know, to really listen to my thoughts and put them into action. And sometimes I would pull a card and then my thoughts would go crazy, you know, on the cards, not that I would pull, but the people would pull. So I'd encourage you to, you know, start off with some of those. I see a little child around you somehow, sort of like pestering you or something, like wanting to get in, want to talk to you. Is there somebody that has passed, or do you have somebody present in your life?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Do you have children?
I don't. I have a four-legged child, my dog.
No, it's not an animal. I see a child around you. I don't know if I want to give you that message, you're going to get pregnant or something, but I see this small child around you, and sort of like just wanting in on your life and wanting to connect with
follow
you.
those they like, though. If she's friendly and intuitive, kid spirits who haven't passed over or are just curious,
True.
they'll follow her around.
Yeah. So just listen.
Okay.
Laura, anything you want to add for Nicole? I do have.
Nothing I can think of at the moment. I'm not sure who I'm tapping into here.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're going to move. Thank you, everybody. Nicole, I hope that helps answer your question.
Thank you so much.
But definitely, have readings, by the way. Have you thought about doing any card readings?
I think, you know, I haven't thought seriously about it. I have always thought, I really think, wow, it's super cool. Like what you guys are doing now. I am so grateful that you're doing this, and I love that. I love what you do. And so definitely there's that. But yeah, I think what the lady said about just sort of allowing and trusting those thoughts, that they're not always mine, and not to dismiss that, that's very helpful information.
Awesome, thank you. I know I thought I was going crazy. I really did when I was starting getting those messages, and I wasn't trusting them. Yeah. But after 14 years of those messages coming through, I've learned to trust them. So it's like anything. It's about trust, trust, trust. And you all get there too. We all start somewhere. So thank you, Nicole, for your question. And I
Thank
have
you.
another one from Cindy. I've been told the earth was purging 2 years ago, that I had to become self-contained. I listened, but without really listening. So have a good storage and was ready for this. Would love to know how to tune my gifts to be able to listen more clearly. And she's asking for a reading. So she wants to know how she can hone into her gifts and how she can, start, I think, focusing more on her gifts and giving the world, this opportunity that, there's people like us out here. We're not crazy. We actually have these gifts, and there's a different energy out there that's much bigger than us. And we get these messages because we're open to receive them, Cindy. And that's what I'm getting for you. You're ready. That's the card I'm getting.
Okay.
You don't have to wait anymore. You're ready.
Everything comes in riddles and rhymes, though. So I never really knew how to interpret it because it's in a riddle or a rhyme. But when my son was killed, I got the same riddle rhyme. And just because they hounded me 24/7 with the same rhyme, I gave it to the police and it actually solved the case.
Exactly.
But I mean, it was bizarre that it solved the case, because in my mind, if I interpreted it, there's no way. But then when they were all arrested, it was exactly as bad as it sounded.
But you know what? That's the thing, is that we're human. We have this mind, so we try and process and make it logical, and that's not how the energy works. It's not logical. It's not logical at all. It has its own language. Spirit has its own language. So when we get those
I'm really
messages,
connected to Mother Earth. I'm not Christian, but I do follow angels. I speak to angels a lot. But Mother Earth, so it's mostly fairies, and they're very they like riddles and rhymes and making you really have to think things through. They're really, I wish they'd just be clear cut, like an angel tells you the way it is. Boom. But
yeah, no, fairies are very fun. They want to have fun with you. So that I love the fairy energy, because they're not serious. They want us to have fun. They want us to play. They want us to be kids again. And that's what I love about the fairies. So you're very blessed to have that connection with the fairies. Anybody want to add anything to Cindy before I go on to the next?
She's also a natural counselor.
Oh, thank you. I find that's my biggest healing, is chatting. I find that's what I've always been told since I was like 11 years old. I'm supposed to open this tea house because I love tea leaf reading and teas. And that's where I'm going to do most of my healing. Isn't necessarily touch, like it's just chatting.
Words are healing too. Counseling is healing too. When they told me that, I took my class for it. I took my certified life coach for it, because I kept thinking I give advice, so I better know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Because I mean, when the spirits talk to me, I follow, because I'm hoping that they have my back. So I picked up a few people. I picked people up on the side of the road that I probably wouldn't have picked up, but so far everybody's, they always have a message. And when I tell a message to person, even if they had not so great intentions, all of a sudden they're like, whoa, how did you know that? So I know through a Tatakoop I'm known as the witch, but that's okay, because I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that anyways, because like I said, that's my heritage and that's who I am.
And exactly. You're right on track. Yeah. They're saying you're right on track.
You're being your true authentic self, and whatever those judgments are, that's fine. That's their people don't know how to deal with people like us, and they're humans. We're humanoids. We're different. And we all have all these wonderful gifts. Laura?
Yeah, I'm just getting stand up for your beliefs. Like, if you feel like anybody or something is challenging what your intuition is telling you, then you just need to just stand up for it more. I'm getting.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like when they've been telling me about the earth purge, because in my tradition, in my culture, earth purges happen every so many moons. And I knew a long time ago that the moon was 2020. And earth purges aren't meant to doom us. It's because we need to lower our populations. And it's actually for, as hard as it is, because I mean, I've lost loved ones. It's bigger than just one person or even the thousands that have died so far. It's bigger than that. And it's for growth and change. And so, I mean, when you tell someone about earth purges and they're like, oh no, apocalypse. No, it's not really. I really don't expect a bunch of zombies to burst out here or anything. But
It's
I mean, when
been
you look
going
back in
on
history,
quite a while.
yeah, I mean, it's been coming. And they always hit populations, big populations. It's where she needs to heal. And that's what she, when you talk like that, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, you're so negative. Well, it's not about negativity. And then same like with my son, I didn't really lose him because now he's with me 24/7. Before I seen him a couple times a year. But I mean, I would much rather see him in the physical form a couple times a year than what I have now. But, you know, so I always consider myself lucky that I have the gifts I have, because my biggest gift is healing the dead. I've always walked the other side, but not, we call it the veil. So the in between the veil, the spirits that walk the earth that haven't crossed over to the veil. I've always been able to help them, because a lot of people think it's a trick that they see the light, but it's for everybody. Like, I don't want to pick on. The biggest thing I find in my gifts that hold people back is they're not worthy to cross over. But it's not, even though you had a negative life, it's one of a billion lives or millions, or, you know, there's new spirits, so a couple lives. But not everybody has a positive life. So you have to have some of those negatives where you're the actual villain, or however you want to say it, to learn those experiences. You can't really learn to truly appreciate until you've done both sides.
Thank you, Cindy, for sharing that.
Sorry, that was kind of like
people are
diarrhea of the mouth. Sometimes they take over that way too. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. We're going to have to move on, but thank you for sharing that. Yeah, there's lots of trapped spirits. I'm so glad that you're there to help them. And theta healing, we call them waywards. And yeah, so they do need our help as well. Not only the ones that go to the light, but the ones that are trapped between the physical world and the spiritual world. I just want to mention Kim has a comment here that she follows the craft, and I've been getting the universe will come out stronger after this is over. So do you want to comment any more on that, Kim? Welcome. Did you want to mention anything more on your comment? Yeah, I really do think that, yeah, we are going to, it is going to get a lot stronger, and we are going to, we're all going to have, it's like a rebirth. It's like a reboot and a rebirth. So we're all going to be, our gifts are even going to amplify even more. So those of you that are, you know, wanting to learn more and wanting to expand more in your gifts, the universe is going to be giving us that. And we're going to be able to expand even more and get connected to that energy even more. So Amanda is saying if there's time, she'd like to get a quick reading. So if there's anything, she's wanting messages about her journey, path, career, future. If there's anything that anybody has to say about Amanda, I just wanted to say the card that I got for you, Amanda, was Peaceful Resolution. So even though it feels like there's chaos and things are falling apart, you're really on the right path, is what they're saying. You really are following your guidance. You really are in tune with your feelings. You pick up on people's energy through feelings, and you've always had that gift. I don't know if you're a massage therapist or what you do, but there's something that you heal people through your touch, and people need that. And yeah, but sometimes it's overwhelming being empathic that you are, and that you just need to know how to better not shield yourself, but better how to connect with that energy. And that's what we need to do. Anybody else want to add anything for Amanda?
Is Amanda asking for Archangel Michael's protection before she starts working on people?
No, I just ask for general guidance as a whole.
Okay. Also surround yourself with Archangel Michael before you start.
Okay.
I keep seeing cords connecting to you.
Oh.
So people attach cords to you. So this is why you need to ask Archangel Michael protection. And you are manifesting miracles. So you're one of those people who put something in your mind and out there it goes. And even if it doesn't seem that way, but you always, and if you think back, you always make it there, even if it's with a few little detours. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely, yes, it does. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Lisa's just saying that she's sorry for your loss, Cindy. She shares in your grief, just so you know, Lisa, we're all here for you and we're all supporting you, and we're going to be all here for you. Even after this event is done, we're all going to still be connected. Becky's saying that she loves what we're doing, and she says that when we ask something, it can also be what others are thinking, feeling, as the questions coming from everyone else. So she's feeling very connected with us, and she's agreeing that all these questions that people are asking, we're all in this together and we're all having these same questions. So as we're reading other people, some of these answers are going directly for you too. Even though we're reading someone separate, you're getting answers too through those questions and through those messages. Lisa says, I feel the same way about the loss of my son. I didn't get to see him as much as I wanted to. His spirit is with me all the time. That's so wonderful, Lisa. It's so wonderful when we can connect to our loved ones and know that they're there with us. Pauline says, is there a time, if there's any message for me? I feel quite calm about what is going on. So we are going to finish off with Colleen. And there's one more question from PWR. I'm not sure what her first name is, but that'll be it. We'll do Colleen, and then PWR has a question. But Colleen just wants to know, ladies, if there's any messages for her, if you're picking up on anything for her.
Colleen, right?
Yeah, Colleen. So I'm just pulling a card for Colleen to get it started.
Okay. Well, we got three, and one of them is all the way down by the dog. Actually, oh gee, two of them. Okay. She needs to listen to music a little bit more and put her heart and soul a little bit into the wishes she makes. She makes them half-heartedly and needs to sit down and put that manifesting into a little bit more organized than the way she does it, because she feels things are not coming to her the way she wants them to, but they will if she puts a little bit more. When we try to manifest, we need to feel what we try to manifest, not just say it and see it. And she's been stressing out over way too many things, not just one thing I keep getting, and she needs to take a rest at time. Take that breather and take that rest. And sometimes a little bit less people surrounding me is not a bad thing. There is one more. And the time spending alone is where we can really make up our minds what we really want in life.
Awesome. I'm getting let go, Colleen. That's the card that I pulled for you. Let go. You hang on to too many things. And it's time to just let it go and let other people deal with their stuff or their crap or whatever that is. And you got to focus on yourself right now. You got to make sure and keep your health and keep your energy at high levels. So I'm getting that you really need to let go of all that other stuff that you can't control, because it's going to happen anyways, but the more we control it, the more it brings us down. Barb, do you have something to add?
Well, I didn't get anything for Lisa, but I certainly did for PWR. Is it?
That's
okay?
Laura. Yeah, Laura. Okay.
Laura,
All right.
is that, or do you want to finish with Lisa?
Okay, we'll just finish off with Colleen. Do you have anything,
I mean,
Laura?
Colleen, sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. Do you have anything for Colleen, Laura?
Yeah, I feel like you're in a partnership right now or in a relationship. Things are going good as far as that goes. It looks like that's something to maybe focus on right now is your closest personal relationships and taking them to deeper levels is what I'm getting. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
That does?
It does. Yeah.
So maybe somebody that you didn't get along with as good, you're getting a little bit along better now in this last while?
Yeah.
Like your partner?
Yeah.
They're annoying you a little bit less or something? So there has been some good that's been coming out of things lately for you. So yeah, that's looking good.
Awesome. Does that resonate with you, Colleen?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yeah, very much. Everything you guys have been saying.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. That's so awesome. I love to hear that. I love getting, when we give these readings, you guys give us feedback. It really helps us, share with other people too. I love getting comments back about my readings or my healing sessions, because then it helps other people realize that we're really not woo-woo or not really, crazy, that we actually can help people, getting back to their inner knowing, getting back to their inner self. So we're going to move on to Laurel, and then we're going to have to close at the angels want me to close with a little prayer for everybody. But Laurel's saying, PWR, which is Laurel. Thank you, Laurel, for letting me know who PWR is. I love this connecting and sharing. It helps me feel normal. Thank you, ladies. If time can you share anything about my future career boyfriend? Thanks in advance. It says, okay, so Laurel. So, and I think Barb wanted to say something about Laurel. So I'll let Barb start it off.
Yeah, the card that came up, Laurel, for me is the Ask card, and it was actually it was just screaming at me, and basically what it means is that you just need to ask the angels about your future relationships and surround the boyfriend, that you need them to come and help you. The other one that I see is that the card is the See Only Loved One, and that one basically, you need to forget some errors that you've had in some previous relationships. And some you may have been at fault at also. And so you need to forgive yourself and forgive others that you've been in relationships with, and just basically go forward and just look for love. It's going to come to you, and it's not going to be too long. What you're looking for is real love, and that's what's going to come to you. But basically, you need to really ask the angels to help you out with both your career and your love. What I do when I get up in the morning, if I've got something that I'm really wanting, or as I ask right away as soon as I get out of bed, is if the angels. One angel that's around me all the time is Michael, so I'll ask him a lot if he can help me out during the day or during the week or during the month, in looking at the situation that I want really bad, or if something I'm really worried about. And it's a good way to start your day. And then when I go to bed at night, I also thank the angels for helping me get through the day, and also you know, any new things that I may have gotten involved with, I thank them for their assistance in that. So I think you just need to reach out, but also open up your heart, and you'll find, you know, I see that you're going to find what you really need. I think that's it.
Thank you, Barb.
I have a quick question about angels. Just maybe one of you can answer. Who is the orange angel? I see them in colors. When they come, they have a aura color. Who is the orange one? I can't get his name.
That's That's Gabriel.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Gabriel's all about communication, and that's what she can help you with. I see her as a she. You can see her as a he, because they have no sex. So, but Gabriel is a communication one, and they help with children, and Gabriel is really good with that.
Oh, okay.
So
I can never really place it. Like usually I can get their names when they give it to me. Sometimes Ariel and Raziel get confusing when I hear when they're giving me their names. But then I know them by color now, but I could never place the orange one. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So Laurel, I got improving health. So it doesn't mean that anything to do with your health. This is for improving your overall relationship, your career. You're doing all the right things. The only thing that I'm seeing is the trust. And the trust is something that you really need to focus on. You know, we can't change anybody. Everybody, like nobody can change me. Nobody can change me ever. I'm going to be who I am. So what the angels are telling me is just trust in that they're guiding you in that relationship that you're in, and that just trust that that person is that person, not bringing back those past previous, you know, thoughts. You got to let those go. And if they do come, just say, well, what do you want me to do with that? You guys are giving me these thoughts now. What am I going to do with them? You guys have to show me. Like I talk to my angels like people. And I always ask them questions, and I always say, okay, you guys are making me think this. So what do you want me to do with that? So I feel that that's the message that this card is telling me for you, is just start having that relationship with your angels and trusting that they will guide you into those relationships and into that career change that you wanted to do. Okay, Laura? Laura, anything you want to add for Laurel?
Yeah, I'm getting that you are going to get your wish for what you're asking for. I just see there's a few changes in your life you're going to make before that's going to happen. You have a very specific type of man in mind, and I would suggest to you doing some sort of charity work or some sort of volunteering work of some kind. And I think that is where you're going to possibly meet this man that you would want to meet. I get making positive, optimistic plans for the future, and a renewal, just altogether a renewal in your life, like you're rebirthing yourself. I feel like you're in the process of a rebirth, and you're going to go through that birth. You're going to become somebody different through it, and it's just going to attract all the right things to your life, I feel like. So that's what I'm getting about it.
Awesome, thank you. Laurel, do you want to add anything to let us know?
Thank you, ladies. You're all really good, but Laura, what you just said, I have to share my dream from last night, because I'm like can't get pregnant anymore. But I dreamt I was pregnant, and I went to the mailbox and I picked up all these gifts.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe that's what the rebirth is about. And there's so much like change that's coming, and I know I just don't know which direction it's going right now. It's like a tornado.
Yeah, that's right, because babies mean the ending of one thing and the beginning of another thing. It might not necessarily mean a literal baby, but like it's a form of you manifesting your dreams.
Mm-hmm. Well, and trusting, and that's my biggest issue, right? To trust your gut always.
Mm-hmm. And be assertive. Yeah. What he said about the rebirth, it said they're saying be assertive. So you know what you're being guided. You're very good with your intuition, very good with your gut feelings. It's just not trusting it. That's huge for you. So thank you. Rebirth and trust. And I think everybody, are you all here? Okay. I thought it froze for a minute because sometimes my Zoom freezes. So, okay, we are going to end this. You guys have been amazing. And what the angels are telling me is that we're going to have to do this again. You know, we're going to have to open this up again somehow. I'm not sure. They'll guide me what needs to be done. But, you know, this has been amazing. Now I know why they asked for this to happen, because we're all in this together and we're all experiencing this chaos or this whatever craziness of the world. We're all experiencing that, and being empathic and being intuitive and having these gifts, we feel it more, or we sense it more. And when we have all this other stuff coming at us, we forget about ourselves. We need to remember about ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves first. God first, ourselves and our family, but don't ever forget about yourself, because if we're not healthy and we're not, you know, keeping ourselves at that higher vibrational level, we're going to get sick. We have to keep our immune system up. We have to keep our energy up and high, and that's what's going to get us through it. And people are going to say, okay, wow, look at Maureen. She's doing good and she's happy. She's having fun. But that's what I want. The angels are guiding, and I want people to have fun. We need to have fun. We cannot worry and stress, because that's going to bring us down and that's going to make us sick. Okay, so enough preaching, enough talking. We're going to just say to the angels, I just want you guys just to open up your heart again. Open up your imagination, and I want you to visualize if there's somebody in your life that's having a really hard time right now. The angels are telling me, I want you to put them in front of you. Just visualize their physical body in front of you. And I want you to look at their heart. And I want you to reach out your hand. You don't have to do it physically. You can do it energetically. Just put out your hand to that person's heart. And we're just going to ask Creator to bring in that healing energy, whatever that person needs to help them with whatever they're going through right now. Whether it's illness, whether it's career changes, job loss, relationship issues, whatever that is, we're going to put that energy into their heart space. And we're going to ask Creator to release any negative energy that's attached to their energy or to their heart. So we're going to ask Creator to release that now. So just put your hands towards their heart. And we're going to send blessings and love and light, and we're going to ask the angels to guide them, to support them, and to bring them all that love, and so that their life can be what it needs to be, that they can open up their energy and release all that negativity so that they can move forward in their life. So just say love and light, love and light, love and light. And now I want you to bring back your hand. And I want you to visualize the angels around you, your support team, your guides, the Creator, higher spirit, universe, whatever that is for you, great spirit. And I just want you to put your hands together and say, thank you so much for being there, for being here for me, for guiding me and supporting me, for bringing me to this angel circle. It means so much to me to share my energy with everyone. And please guide and support me and show me what I need to do. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels. And thank you, everyone, for sharing. And it's very vulnerable when you share what you need to share. And they're saying, the angels are saying, thank you for being here. Amen. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, take care. And we'll come back together again, I'm sure. God bless everybody. Take care.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Love and light to everyone.
Yes.
Love and light. Love you guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Lisa. Okay.